Howdy to my podcast peeps. Thanks for joining me for today's Daily Dose. Our verse today is from Mark chapter 11, verse 25. It says, "But when you are praying, first forgive anyone you're holding a grudge against, so that your Father in heaven will forgive your sins too." When I was in the 6th grade, I had a friend. Let's call him Bob. Bob's birthday was quickly approaching, and he always had great birthday parties. They usually involved a lot of sugary snacks, some game time on the Atari. By the way, that's an ancient gaming system that predates Xbox and PlayStation, and maybe a movie or two. I've been to every one of Bob's birthday parties since his family had moved to town a few years ago. The day came when Bob began handing out birthday party invitations, and I got mine, and I was super excited. But later that day at lunchtime, I overheard one of the other boys complaining that I'd been invited. He didn't like me very much and didn't want me to ruin the party. Hearing that stung. But what stung most was what came next. My buddy Bob then told him, "Sorry man, my mom made me invite him." It hurt. I cried in that moment, and in the bathroom of course, so I wouldn't be made fun of, but I cried. I decided to tell Bob that I wasn't going to go to his party. I didn't tell him why, I just made up an excuse. We weren't really friends anymore after that day. We've all had episodes in our lives when people have done us wrong. Maybe it was a betrayal by a friend or a spouse. Maybe someone stole something or someone that was important to you. Maybe someone physically or emotionally harmed you in some way. There are many ways that we human beings hurt each other. And Jesus understands this. He was, after all, betrayed by his own children and murdered by their hatred for him. Yet look at some of his last words. "Father, forgive them." Forgiveness is important to God and his kingdom. How important? Jesus actually made it a salvation issue. We must forgive so that we may be forgiven. Understand that forgiveness doesn't mean that you forget what happened. You can forgive a murderer, but don't give him back his gun and set him loose in your home. Forgiveness is letting go of the hatred that we feel towards someone and instead wishing them goodness in their life. Forgiveness is about our healing, not about letting someone off the hook. Today, go into your life and take an inventory. See if there are people that you are holding a grudge against. Pray for them and that they will be blessed by God. Forgive them and let go of the anger that you have inside of you towards them. Only then will you truly find the healing that you so desperately seek.